Mr. J, why are you running for judge in this particular opening in Duckworth?
Well, in my almost 19 years of experience, I have really, before last year, really had not given much serious consideration to running for judge. I was approached earlier this year about running in this when this seat became open. That it was a situation that, under the circumstances, appeared appropriate for me. I have, the things that I, as a practicing attorney in both criminal and civil law over the better part of the last 19 years, I have seen pretty much the entire spectrum of judges from good to bad. And I saw the opportunity when the sitting judge, Judge Ansbro, decided to retire, that this was the race for me, that this was the position. I think I've got more to offer. I think I'm the better, more well-rounded candidate. That's why I chose this particular spot. Well, like I said, I've been practicing the better part of 18 years. It'll be 19 years September. The first 3 years of my practice were as an assistant state attorney. I was hired by Lawson. I interned at the office as a certified legal intern. And as a certified legal intern, I was able to try cases. Somebody had to sit at the table with me, an attorney. That's where I met my wife, who I've been married to now 17 years, and we have 3 kids. My oldest is going to be a sophomore at Boone, where I went to school. After my 3-year commitment to Lawson Lamar, I left and I decided I'm not going to go into criminal defense. I'm going to go into civil work. I went to go work with an older Orlando attorney, Sid Parrish, who's been in town since the 60s. I worked with Sid about a year and a half, and then I went into business with Greg Stoner, a person who I'd grown up with in Orlando. And Greg and I were partners about 7 or 8 years. We did nothing but civil practice. Tried civil cases. I've tried jury trials. I've tried non-jury trials. I've tried lots of cases as a prosecutor. I've tried lots of cases now. In the course of my practice with Greg, he began to transition his practice into a different area. I began to take in some criminal cases because, quite frankly, I love being in the courtroom and I love trying cases. And that was the opportunity, and I found that while it was not as financially rewarding being a criminal defense attorney, I found that my quality of life and my quality of practice was more significant, and I really found my joy again in being in court and trying cases. So I transitioned completely out of the civil practice about 8 years ago, and I've done nothing but criminal defense. What I bring to the table, and why I feel that I've gotten so much support from my fellow attorneys and past presidents of the bars, they know my temperament, they know me. And they know me by reputation as being very even-keeled and unflappable. I think that it is certainly in this race. The issue of experience really is not one that to argue. It's not a situation where somebody's tried a lot of cases and someone's tried 0. I know some other judicial races that's the case. It's not the case here. I think what in my opinion, what makes me stand out from my opponent in this case is that I feel that I have the right judicial temperament. I think by reputation that fellow prosecutors and defense attorneys, and I could sit here all day and tell you what I think about myself, but I think it speaks volumes for the people that have loaned me their name in terms of an endorsement, that feel confident enough in my abilities and my temperament and what we want as a society, but also what I think the general attorneys and what the bar, they want somebody who's going to be fair, and they want somebody who's going to be consistent, and they want somebody that they're going to have confidence in, because that's what we want the public. We want to have confidence in the system, that everybody's going to be treated fairly, regardless of your race or your religion or any of those other preferences. You want to be treated fair, and I've got that reputation, and that's what I bring to the table, and I'm confident in that.
You mentioned endorsements, Mr. Duckworth. Could you excuse me? You mentioned endorsements. Can you rattle off some of the endorsements that you've received?
I've been endorsed by 19 past presidents of the Orange County Bar Association. I've been endorsed by Linda Chapin, past former Mayor Bill Frederick. I've been endorsed by the AFL-CIO. dozens and dozens of attorneys, Andy Gardner, Senator Andy Gardner. And what I think, and endorsements are certainly nice, and that's something to talk about, and you know, Will's got plenty of endorsements too, but what I feel, the spectrum of endorsements, the range of, even though we're running for a nonpartisan position, I've got the entire range of the political spectrum, so to speak, from the right to the left, have endorsed me. Phil Rampey's endorsed me. And I think that speaks volumes. That you've got people from the entire spectrum of politics know me enough that somebody on the far right is going to give me an endorsement, just like somebody on the far left is going to give me an endorsement, because they know me to be fair. And I think that it's not a partisan race. And I think somebody or a group of people were very smart years ago when they made the determination in Florida that the trial judges should not be a partisan position. Partisan politics should have nothing at all to do with county court, with the trial court. Those are partisan politics are for, you know, policy making decisions. You know, we're judges. We're not here to make policy. We're not here to change the law. We're here to follow the law and do it in a fair and equitable manner.
Okay, we want to catch up. Yeah,
Yeah.
Mr.